everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to yet another YouTube video. Today's video is going to be a bit different, going to be about my personal journey, and I am kind of having a life where I can decide whatever I want to do in my life, and I am kind of exploring, I am meeting new people, I am just gaining knowledge, experience, exposure internationally. So I am lucky for all these things, but as every coin has two sides, so this side everyone knows, inside which I don't think not a lot of people know, which includes the things I have done to be in this position. This video is dedicated to all the girls who are watching this and who also kind of have this kind of dream that in future they want to do something like that. In India, I feel there are still many localities, many states where girls don't get enough freedom. Like, if I can do all these things for myself, then you guys can do better than me for sure. So before jumping into the main video, I just want to give a disclaimer that for this video, if I am going to talk about my personal life, so I am not doing that for any sympathy. I want that because I feel whatever I have done in my life and whatever experiences I had in my life so far, they just helped me to be wherever I am right now. So I am just so proud of my journey. I am just so proud of myself. I come from a very humble family where we had resources, obviously, but it was super limited resources. And I would say that a lot of people might relate with me because in India it's very common, you know. And in my family, my father was the only sole earner. He was the only person who going out and earning money because my mom is a housewife and I have two siblings. One is younger than me, one is older than me. Firstly, everything was sorted and everything was good. Childhood was very nice. And after that, I was completing my schooling. I completed my senior secondary school, that is 12th class, 12th grade. And after that, once you are in that phase that you are supposed to choose a college for your graduation, so that time also, you know, you have a lot of competition. So that time I was very sure that what I wanted to do, like sure as in that I just knew that I am not going to do a basic graduation in some kind of course. I didn't wanted to do that because I don't know how this idea kind of came up to me, but I was like, I will also do the basic things, but extra I also wanted to do something different. So like that time, you know, because when my father was not doing that well, still working, one of my mama, he has been a great guidance throughout and he has kind of always tried to guide us. So I knew ki us time pe he also learned French language. So I was also like, I just don't want to do the basics things. So that time I started learning German and I started at Vita Institute in New Delhi and I was learning the language, and at the same time I was also doing my bachelor's from correspondence from Delhi University, and I was kind of managing both the things because, and that time when I decided for the German language thing, so mere papa ka jo first reaction tha, he thought that I am not kind of selecting a regular college because of the money thing. So उनका फर्स्ट रिएक्शन ये था कि no, you don't worry about the money, just fill all the forms and so on. In my head I was super clear that I don't want to do that. I don't want to travel a lot because मैंने तब तक अपनी बहन को देख लिया था कि she used to travel so much because उसका कॉलेज इतना दूर था, and मुझे उस टाइम पे इतना सोच के डर लगता था कि how come I can waste so much time just traveling for the college. So मेरे दिमाग में already था कि मैं वो नहीं करने वाली हूँ. And then kind of they were also convinced. And एक चीज़ बहुत अच्छी है मेरी family में, like my family has always supported me. और उसके बाद then the thing started. I started learning German, and उसी time पे मेरे father की health was also getting worse and his health was constantly deteriorating, and it was kind of a tough time. And I don't want to tell you guys what exactly happened, but I can just give you some hints that it was just about the kidney issues. Senior secondary school, I just got done with that in 2016, and in 2016 I started learning German. 2018 में I was able to complete, like 2 साल भी नहीं 1.5 साल में I was able to complete my B2 level. और उसके बाद तब तक मेरे फादर की हेल्थ और ज़्यादा ख़राब हो रही थी, you know. तो उस टाइम पे देन वी डिसाइडेड कि अब इट इज़ नॉट पॉसिबल बिकॉज ही यूज टू ट्रेवल अ लॉट ऑन डेली बेसिस एंड पेरेंट डिसाइडेड दैट ही इज नॉट सपोज टू वर्क एनी मोर बिकॉज वट एवर इट इज़ वी आर जस्ट गोइंग टू मैनेज द थिंग्स. बट देयर वॉज दिस टाइम when it was getting quite difficult for us to kind of manage all these things. मेरे grandparents और मेरे मम्मी के side की family, they helped us a lot seriously. We're grateful for whatever guidance, whatever support, financial support they have, provided us during our hard times. And I remember in 2018 मेरा B2 होने के बाद मैंने job start कर दी थी and I was that time I don't know 19 around something. And that time I started doing a job and I remember मेरा first day जो job का था that was on 8th of April 2018. I still remember that day very clearly. तो this is how I started earning money. और उस time पे like there was this time when I was the only person who is earning in my family. मतलब एक साल I guess ऐसे ही चला ये सब कुछ. And उसके बाद my sister also got graduated. She also found a job. So that time it was still getting better. But at the same time, the main concern for us was my father. At that time, I was also not graduated because he just got the job even before my graduation. And the only reason was the German language because I was constant with my language. I was constant of what I wanted to do. And that time also I used to think that I someday want to go to Germany to kind of to explore. And after that I completed my graduation in 2019. And in that year in December I got my first job as a graduated having the C1 level certification in German. I remember like there was this time when I used to work full time, like Monday to Friday, full time, legit full time, 8 to 8.5 hours in a day. And after that मैं weekend में अपना German language करती थी. That time I was doing the C1 level. And उसके बाद at the same time I was kind of preparing for my colleges क्योंकि वो मेरा last year था and it was getting quite hectic for me सब कुछ चीज़ें manage करना. But still I used to do all these things. But still it was a good time. At the same time मैंने कभी इस चीज़ में compromise नहीं करा that I am not going to have my own life. I used to enjoy a lot. Friends बहुत अच्छा group था मेरा. वो time it can never come back I would say. और I used to go out, I used to explore, I used to travel, I used to meet my friends, I used to party, everything. Like my life was still a package of everything: enjoyment, fun, studies, working, hard work, and everything. But then I kept on working, and after that, after 2.5 years I guess, I thought like this is my time, that I just don't want to work anymore because I have already worked a lot and now I want to do something else. I want to complete my education. I want to enroll myself in masters. But for me it was sorted that if मुझे masters India में ही करनी है then I am never going to do that. But मेरा plan ये था कि अगर if I'll get an option where I can go to Germany for my masters, so I think it is going to be a great deal. And touch wood again, I have seen so many people who also try the same thing but still, and they are better than me. Seriously, they are better than me, but still, destiny also plays a very important role in all these things. And they are better than me, but still मैंने सिर्फ 2 जगह पे अप्लाई करा था और उन दोनों जगहों पे मेरा नाम आ चुका था एक ही चांस में. दैट थिंग, एंड फ्रॉम देयर एवरीथिंग स्टार्टेड. मेरा मेन आइडिया था ये वीडियो बनाने का, that was that whatever situation you are in, whatever situations, seriously, until and unless you are focused on what you want in your life, whatever you want to do in your life, if you know that thing, if you are sorted in your mind, you know what you deserve and you are working hard for it and you are strong headed, nobody can stop you to achieve those things. As I have already mentioned that in India, I know, like I come from a family where I am always supported by my parents, but I still know that even for girls it's very difficult, that they can kind of pursue with their dreams and they can do whatever they want to. It's still not that common. So मैं बस उनको यही बोलूँगी स्पेशली दैट यू कीप ऑन डूइंग योर थिंग्स, don't listen to anyone. If somebody is asking you just get married, don't do that. And most important thing for girls is to get independent. If you are independent, nobody is going to say anything to you. Just try to be independent. I know सबकी family इतनी supportive नहीं होती है, but still from your end never lose hope and always try that whatever you are doing, you are just trying to be independent in your life. I am super proud to say that whatever I have done so far, like even now, whatever I am earning or whatever I am doing, I still contribute in India. Like I still give money back in India for my family, because my thing is whatever I am doing it for my family, and without their support I couldn't do all these things, you know. मैं इस जगह पे होती ही नहीं अगर मेरी फैमिली का सपोर्ट नहीं होता. Yes, I agree that financially I was very active because I started working when I was 19, और उसके बाद ही चाहे थोड़ा बहुत भी आई यूज टू सेव अ लॉट, यू नो. आई वुड से दैट मेरे घर पे स्टार्टिंग से ही इस टाइप का माहौल रहा है कि गर्ल्स आर सपोज टू डू मोर देन जस्ट गेटिंग मैरिड, यू नो. इतनी लिमिटेड इनकम थी, उसमें भी इफ़ माई फादर यूज टू सेव एनीथिंग, तो उनका रीज़न हमेशा यही होता था कि आई वॉन्ट टू सेव दिस मनी फॉर द एडुकेशन ऑफ माई डॉटर्स, फॉर द एडुकेशन ऑफ माई चिल्ड्रन, एंड नॉट for them to get married or something like that. और मैं इस चीज़ में बहुत again I feel I am super lucky that I got this kind of family कि जिनका एकदम क्लीशे वाला stereotype वाला उनकी सोच नहीं थी for us. I just like to end here, and I hope that listening to this video, watching this video might be inspiring for some of those who might also have these kind of difficult situations and they don't know what to do, what will the future hold, and so on. Just be focused, know what you want to do in your life, just take baby steps, try to achieve those small things first and then focus on the main thing. So just do that and you will be able to succeed for sure. And let me know what you think about this video, and if you guys like this kind of content where I am kind of talking about my personal experience, so that you can also, you know, feel the connection that okay, you are not the only person, we all are just in the same boat. So just let me know what you think about this video, and I hope to see you guys super soon. Bye.